Let's go through each individually. So 8 o'clock, this coming Saturday, 8 o'clock, we will gather and OC will do briefing. Then after that, on 9 o'clock, we will be welcome all the participants, then go through the rule and regulations. Then after that, Teacher Eric will talk about the pen story, how seeds is being planted. And followed by Teacher Eric will be talk about the 4-step and also that's what is the seeds of wealth and 3 ways of planting the generosity seeds. Then after that, Teacher Eric will pass to me. Then I will talk about the speech. Teacher Eric will talk about the actions, okay? Action, generosity via actions. Then I talk about generosity via speech and mind. Then we have a break. After that, I'll talk about the concentric circle for generosity. Then followed by Teacher Eric will come back again and she will be doing how do we do the weekly 4-step and the follow-up. Then after that, I will talk about the coffee meditations. Then I will pass the mic to MC and MC will lead the coffee meditation. Then after that, we will do a promote some courses, level 1, 2, 3. This coming Chinese 28th of April to 1st May, the last week of the April, and we have a 4-step relationship class coming in. And this will be our first class. 4-step relationship will be on 14th of May. 14th of May. Then of course, Keishimaita class CI is coming, so we need to promote that. But main thing is that we need one sharer on 1, 2, 3. One sharer on 4-step relationship. Of course, we won't know what is the content, right? But I think we can share why we want to attend. Then one sharer on L4. So total 3 sharer, each 4 minutes. The MC will have 6 minutes to wrap up. So total is 20-minute session. Okay, 3 sharer, one level 1 to 3, one L4 CI, one 4-step relationships. 4 minutes each, then 6 minutes for MC to do the introductions of the courses. Yeah, we need to come out the 4-step relationship flyer as well. Okay. Then 12:30 we end our first half of our lessons. Go for lunch and we'll be back by 1:50, 1:50. MC OC briefing, 30 minutes. Then the participant will be come back on 2:20. Then of course they can do some sharing. What is the takeaway from morning session? And do they have plant seeds on during the lunchtime? They can share as well. Then on 2:30 onwards, Teacher Eric will explain about the 4-step worksheets, the SOP, weekly seed partner, and daily and weekly summary. Then followed by a very important session will be 70 minutes. 70 minutes, the discussion group, okay, which we will go through later in detail. After the discussion, 70 minutes, there will be a presentation by the participants, 20 minutes. So each group will have one person, 1 minute for the presentation. Okay. Then we have a break for 10 minutes. Then after that, followed by, I will do a summary of the whole day, what's the lessons about. I'll do a quick summary and the action plan. Then Teacher Eric and me will have a Q&A sessions, 15-minute Q&A sessions to answer certain questions that they might have. Then after that, overall polling. Then we will welcome guests, a riot of guests, because we have a graduations, not graduation, closing, is it? Graduation? Closing, I think, closing, right? Ceremony, so they invite their friends come, and then 30 minutes is for the participant to share. But this time around, maybe, until now, I'm not sure, I think it's 13 students. So I don't think they need 30 minutes. but that's until present. Definitely it will be increased, the student. So we depend, but I think leader, please be prepared because I think we need to, you all can share as well. Yeah, can share as well. Then of course, if we see how it's going on, it really needs, we can also put more time. Instead of 10 minutes for promotion, we can put 15 minutes for promotion of courses as well. We see how the situation going on, yeah, on the day. The promotion on the graduation, on the closing day will be same thing, promote 4-step relationship, level 1, 2, 3 Chinese, and 4-step well mastery Chinese, okay, and 3 sharer each 3 minutes. Then group photo, lucky draw. Lucky draw will be give away 3 tickets to a new course, 4-step relationships on 14 May, and it's a Chinese. First class we conduct in Chinese, Mandarin. Then by 6:15 we should end, and 6:15 to 6:45, half an hour debrief. Question? Okay. All right, so then I will share the discussions. And stop me if during the discussion, should you all not share anything, you can stop me, and then I will go through the query that you have, okay? Okay, can see clearly? Okay, huh? All right. So this will be the 70 minutes group discussions on the afternoon sessions, 2:55 to 4:05 p.m. So as a leader or volunteer, we need to understand this group discussion. There is 8 important points that we're going to share with them. Okay, but this 8 points we're not sharing, tell them one by one. This is for your own knowledge, for your own information as only, right? So of course we need to tell them the house rule of what is the purpose of the discussion group, what is the house rule of the discussion group. Then we need to let them set a well goal using the SMART. Yeah, later on we explain more clear. Then ask student to do, this is very important, that's why we put it in red, right? 4-step well mastery class and developed until now is that we want them to self-checking while we are sharing, while we are talking, while we are teaching. Teacher Eric and myself, we were in our lesson time, we will ask them to check the point that we share, where is the point they are doing good and where is the point they are weak at. So they take note and they can improve the weakness and then can continue to do whichever that's done well and continue and much better. Okay. So in the discussion group, same thing, we will also ask them to give them time to check. Then they can know that where is the place they need to improve and where is a strong point that they can continue. Okay. So this is very important. Do self-checking, thinking, when you're on lead, they need to think. Then let the student understand of generosity. If we giving in fertile soil versus non-fertile soil, is a big difference. So that is the one thing we need to tell them. Then 5th point is that it's very important that everyone plants seeds, we must watering. If we don't watering, then of course the result we see will be slow. So we need to encourage them to water their seed more frequently, daily, 3 times a day. Then on this number 6 point is that the habit of planting seeds is very important. If you plant the seeds of generosity is like daily or weekly or monthly or yearly, of course daily is much faster. And if you can plant it like every day, then that seeds is much stronger than weekly. So that is the point that we need to highlight. Then on the 7th point is that let the student understand that if we plant seeds, 4-step is full 4-step using is very important. because it will double up our seats every 24 hours. Then finally, we encourage them to do 1 minute sharing so that we can understand what is their takeaway and whether they understand the content, after one whole day of teaching. And let them do some commitment during the sharing as well. Okay, so this is the main 8 points that we will be going to deliver and to help them to achieve in our group discussion. Okay, so far, okay, understand. We'll go through it. Yeah.
Teacher Sunny, you will share this with us, right?
Yeah, I'll share with you. Yeah. So no need to take note and just listen and try to understand. If not, don't understand, just stop me. Right? If you go too fast, then just ask me to slow down a bit. Okay. Then we come into so that one is for your own information, just on the 8 point. Then of course we need to welcome them, and then we need to tell them the purpose of the group discussions is to help you to apply what you have learned in the class and make it as a practical plan, and then use it in your daily life. Then you can achieve your goal more faster. Then of course the house rule will be turn on your camera if possible, then turn off your mic, you're not talking, then listen when others are sharing, then please participate in sharing, and also we will tell them how many minutes per person sharing on certain session as well. And the purpose is that why we need to keep within the minute is that of course we don't want them to eat up other people's opportunity, and then the whole session is only he or she sharing, then the rest don't have opportunity to share. So we don't want that to be take away the opportunity of others, and as well to train, we need to say more precise and more precise kind of sharing. And always, but main thing is to think about others. We need to give chance to others, opportunity to others. All right. So that's a house rule. And then we see the SMA. Okay. Then the introductions, because that is a norm practice. So 2 minute group leader and volunteer will do introductions. So standard name, city, your occupations, and what is the DC level that you attended. Then of course you have been registered for L4CI, you can share as well, register for L4CI. Take note is 30 seconds per person, because should not take longer than that. Actually normally shorter than that. That's for the group leader and volunteer, 2 minutes, and 3 minutes for the student to share. Same thing, same content. 30 seconds. So always as a group leaders or the person who lead the sessions always must tell them how long is the session for sharing or for sharing or your takeaway or sharing on this session. But of course, because I have PPT to support you, and the PPT is actually will indicate the time of sharing as well. All right. Yeah, but it's a good habit to highlight to them how long per person for sharing, right? So after introductions, then of course we know each other a little bit better. So we will have 5 minutes for the leader to actually explain the SMART. Okay, not the Singapore, the SMRT, right? Yeah, the mass rapid transport. Okay, so this is specifically because we don't want them to set, because the first step is very important. So we don't want them to set a first step of the 4 steps in a wrong direction, or set in a way that cannot be achievable. So we use this as a guide, SMART as a guide to help them more precise in their goal setting. Specific S. Okay, so of course, more specific when you set the goal. We only want them to set one goal. Okay, one goal. A lot of people say, I want well, I want sales, I want a better team, I want more team member, I want oxygen money, I want, yeah. Okay, specifically, because four-step well mastery is talking about money, is talking about wealth, talking about sales. So lead them into this direction, and don't set like I want better relationship, I want to have a better health, or I want to, so because four-step mastery, so it's a well. So ask them to set in monetary kind of goal. Okay, of course, you have more money, you can tell them you have more money, you can do a lot of things, right? So go in this way. So it's more easy for you to guide them. But of course, at the end, let's say they say, I don't want, I just don't want, because more urgently, my health is having a problem. So I want to set a goal is to have a better health. So of course, we cannot say, sorry. We still need to, okay, then in that case, then what is your goal setting, right? But first is always guide them through setting in money, in wealth, right? Then, so more specific and be measurable. Yeah, I want to increase my sales for 2 to 3 times, or I want to have a 10,000 sales, or I want to increase my team member, 4 additional team member. Can be measurable. Then can be achievable. That means don't set a goal which is too big. Normally, people like to set too big and at the start, especially when they just learn the system. So then end up, if they cannot achieve the goal, or they only achieve 50% of goal, they may think that this system not work for them. And then they just, they just say bye-bye to the system. So it's a waste, it's a pity. So tell them that does not mean you cannot set big goal, but because we are just learning, right? So it's better to set a small goal, then we can achieve, and at the same time we learn the technique, more familiar about technique, then we can set a mid goal. Then after that we can set a larger goal, right? Step by step, right? So achievable. Then more realistic. Okay, realistic is mean that I want to have 1 million sales. They say that maybe 6 months or 3 months I want to have a 1 million sales. So of course we will check with them. As a leader, you should check with them. So what is your sales now already achieved? How many percent the percentage away from your 1 million? If you say 50%, 60% achieved, 70% achieved, then okay. But if the person say that just 10% achieved, or my 1 million sales, but only every month for my past record, I only have like 100,000 only. So of course you know that goal is too big really. It's not realistic. Okay, so pull them back. Then always tell them, because we want to set a small one, then we achieve, then we learn the technique, then we can set much higher goal. Okay, learn the technique first. Yeah. Then, of course, the last is very important, SMART. The T is a time. So normally tell them it's 3 to 6 months. Okay. Does not mean because it's very individual. Some of them they say 6 months, but sometimes they 3 months they achieve the goal. So some of them they set like, sometimes even the 2 months they achieve the goal. But sometimes if you set too short, or sometimes they just free. They say that I just want 10,000 every month. Then they never give a time frame. So that is also cannot justify, because I'm not sure how far away, and so we need to tell them mainly the goal is 3 to 6 months, right? So, but you explain does not mean depend on individual background, your past bad seed and good seeds. So, and depend how after you learn how hard are you working daily to practice the thing that's been taught. So that is all the factor. Okay. So, but we have students like within 1-2 months they achieve a goal. So that is have a record as well. So yeah. Okay, SMART. I have give some example as well. This is theory. I'll give some example. Let's see where's the example. Okay, smaller a bit. Okay, too big, it will just go away. Hope you are not fainted because the thing keep on moving. Your eye will be very, very strange, right? Okay, correct example. Okay, this is some of the example I just wrote it down, not limited to here. I want to double my current sales in 3 months, July 16. I want to have a stable sales of $50,000 a month. Yeah. July. Then I want to add 3 more members to my team in July. I want my boss to automatically increase my sales by 15% within 6 months. I want a job promotion within this year. Okay, so this is some guide. Yeah. Then after you explain, you use 5 minutes to explain the SMART with the help of the PPT. Then 8 minutes for the student to share their one goal using SMART. Okay. So until now, any questions? If not, we will proceed. Okay. We will proceed. Yeah. Okay. In this group discussion, we have 4 things for the student to check. Of course, we can check ourselves as well. All right. 4 things. Check number 1. Check, self-check, not check others. Check our own self. Okay. Self-check number 1. In what fertile soil do you generously plant the seeds of wealth? Okay. So 10 minutes this session. Self-check number 1, total 10 minutes. 1 minute group leader tell the participant, the students, if we want to achieve the wealth, our goal much faster, we need to be honest with our own self. So we need to open their heart first and tell them the importance of being self-check and being honest to themselves. Right? So do a self-check and then see where is your strength and where is your weakness. It's okay because the only thing afraid is you don't know the weakness, your own weakness. If you know your own weaknesses, then you can improve it. Yeah, whichever your strength, continue. You're doing very good in 2021, continue. Your weakness in 2021 or first quarter of 2022, then improve it. Okay, so that is need to tell them, open their heart and make them very seriously looking into their own strength and weaknesses. Then after your 1 minute, then you let them have time to do what? Have you planted the seeds of wealth in any fertile soil for generous giving? Ask the question. Of course, the PPT will show. Then they need to think, a lot of people, they just give for the sake of giving or for the habit of giving. Giving like, maybe auntie, uncle, tissue, auntie, or anyone that feel very pity, just give. Or friend need help, they just help. But they never really think of whether is it the fertile soil. So over here, we need to tell them, of course, during the action, generosity part action, Teacher Eric will talk about the fertile soil. Quickly go through the 3 types of fertile soil. Of course, the 4th type will be the competitor, right? Teacher Eric will go through during the class. So over here, you can just highlight again, 4 types of fertile soil. So have you planted in this 4 types of fertile soil? Which is the first one will be someone help you a lot. Second will be like, someone can help many, or organization can help many people. Third one, urgently need help. And the 4th one will be your competitor or your competitor. All right. So that is the 4th thing. So ask them to think and write it down. If yes, please write it down. Which organization or which fertile soil are you supported? If not, write down in which fertile soil do you plan to plant the seed of wealth. Okay. So 4 minutes for them to think and write. Then 5 minutes for them to share. So the share can be, each person can be 2 minutes sharing. So after 4 minutes of writing, self-checking, 5 minutes for them to share. Share on which fertile soil have they, maybe happy box. Some students may be already in this system. They never learn 4-step well mastery, that's why they get in. But of course, they have new student. So new student, maybe they already do formation in organization, not Kishimaiker project. They can share as well. Then, of course, you can ask them what's the new, do they have a plan on any new fertile soil that come into their mind? Yeah. Okay. Okay, self check number 1. All right. Pretty straightforward, right? Yeah. Okay, so self check number 2. Okay. Sorry. Okay. It just run too fast. Okay, self check number 2 basically is coffee meditation. Okay, so during the coffee meditation, we need to let them check, are they doing, feel happy on the seeds that they've been planted, because a lot of people plant a lot of seeds but they forget to do, or lazy to do, or don't like to do. Then of course you don't see result, include myself, a lot of people as well, I think. So we need to encourage them to do coffee meditations and tell them it's a very, very important. Yeah. So that help your seeds to be ripened. But in this coffee meditation, we want them to actually think about any fertile soil they have been generously giving. You give them time, 5 minutes for them. You explain that, then you let them think. Then think of the project that have been donated. Then feel happy, but at the same time, we need them to project, to visualize a pictures in their mind that if their seeds ripen, what kind of result they will get. So the picture should be what kind of result they will get. Let's say they plant the sales seeds, then when these sales seeds actually ripen, what will they be see in their mind, visualize the result they will be getting, and what kind of feeling will they have if they achieve their goal. So okay, the main thing is to water the seeds, let them water the seed, but at the same time want them to visualize. Okay, so that is a self check number 2. Then of course, after you explain, 5 minutes later, after you explain and let them write it down, then 5 minutes for 2 participants come and share. But of course, if someone share very fast, then of course you can get the 3rd participant. Yeah, because over here we say 2 minutes per participant to share. If they water their seeds, what kind of picture they will project in their future to see the result? Maybe, well, I will see every month I have 20K, or I achieve my goal will be 3 additional members that join in, then become a great assistant. Then so ask them to talk about it, and what is the feeling if you achieve it. Okay, so of course 1 minute for you to wrap up is this. In order to achieve your well goal quickly, remember every day you must really, to water the seeds, doing coffee meditations. Yeah. So that is the thing that you need to highlight today. So self check number 2, okay, on coffee meditation and projected, visualize your future when you achieve the goal and the feeling that you have. That is the main point. Any question on self check number 2? So first self check is the fertile soil. They are doing generosity. So have they donate on the fertile soil? Does not mean they cannot donate on non-fertile soil. No. But what it means that if you have limited resources, limited money, then rather you give your parents, rather than you give to a beggar, or give to your friend, you should support your family first. Yeah, your parents first. So this is what we want to tell them. Support person that helped you before. Of course, if your friend have helped you before in the past when you actually urgently need help, of course you need to help them, because that is your first one. So self-check number 2 is coffee meditate with visualize of future, achieve the goal, the pictures and the feeling that you have. So no problem, we go into self-check number 3. Okay, self-check number, wait, let me see, can I, one page? Oh, that's great, one page. Okay, sure. Okay, done. Okay, self-check number 3, bigger a little bit. Self-check number 3, 11 minutes. 5 minutes for everyone to write down, okay, how often does your, okay, does your generously, that means your generosity giving to achieve your goal is like weekly, monthly, yearly, or ad hoc basis. So we want them to think, now, okay, I infertile soil, but are you doing in, most of them do monthly, right? Monthly, then you give away. Some of them, they give their parents maybe SMN when they visit the mom, then they give. Or maybe New Year, then they give. Right? My brother is like New Year, then they give up. So once a year. So now the third self-check is that how often does your generosity act? How often? So we need to guide them. And of course, in the classes, in the class that when we talk about, we actually encourage them to do it daily. The reason daily is because this daily giving will become a habit, and that habitual seeds will be ripened first. And that is in the 4 priority. I think everyone still remember. Yeah. So the third self-check is actually to check whether are they giving often, and also to, if not, then it's okay, then do it more often, because we want to tell them the habitual seeds that you plant will be open first, will be ripened first. Right? So ask them to write down happy box, maybe some old student will have happy box, they have GSP. Okay, then how often you give monthly. So during a class, teacher Eric or teacher Sunny have talked about, using piggy bank. So daily habit. So have you did that? If not, then will you plan to do it? Because we already know daily is much stronger than monthly. Of course, student will come back, maybe say, that means, is it daily I need to send to my mom or send to happy box? Every day must send to happy box. We say, no, we are using piggy bank. Using 4-step to practice our 4-step using piggy bank and do it daily basis. Then monthly, then you give away. And then you donate this daily collected, 30 days later, you donate out. Okay, so main things over here is to make it daily habit. Then 5 minutes after you explain and write them, ask them to write, then 5 minutes for them to share. Then 1 minute for you to wrap up and to encourage them. Habitual giving is a very strong seed and very important. And we need to practice daily. Okay, so self-check number 3 is okay. How often is your generosity act? Okay, then self-check number 4. Oh, come back. Please don't go so fast. Okay, self-check number 4 is, are you using all the 4 steps when you plant seeds? Because this is a 4-step well-mastery class, right? That's why we are talking about 4-step, complete 4-step while planting seeds. So of course you need to practice to make yourself to use all the 4 steps while planting the important seeds. So that is a self-check number 4. So 5 minutes for everyone to write down, do you use all the 4 steps? If you're not, then which are the 2 weakest steps, the weakest step that are out of the 4 steps? Now, a lot of people say coffee meditation, step number 4. But actually, step number 2 is a lot of people weak as well. They don't do plan, or they don't do strong plan, and they don't do detailed plan as well. So last time we only asked them to write down one. So a lot of people just choose coffee meditations, but actually step number 2 is very important as well. A lot of people actually neglect or ignore about step 2, right? So we want to check and see. Of course, if they say the 3 steps already do very well, okay, we are not forcing them, but we just want to see, you know. Okay. Then after that, ask them to write it down, which is your weakest step that you are in the 4th step. Then after that, 5 minutes for them to share. Then after that, then 5 minutes for them to share. Then 1 minute for you to remind them. Okay, when planting seed is very, very important. You use 4 steps because only when you use 4 steps, your seed will be multiplied every 24 hours. If you are not using full 4 steps, your seed is not multiplied every 24 hours. That's why your seed is weak, and the result you get is small. Okay, so that is the cell check number 4. Checking, are they using full 4 steps to plant those seeds that help them to achieve their goal, job promotion or sales or team, you know. Okay, cell check number 4. Okay, so if done, then the next job we need to do is that choose one participant out from the group and share in the main group. There's a few things they need to share. First, what is my goal? Okay, my goal is to have double sales during July, you know, from July onwards, or 20,000 sales per month on July, or increase my team member by 3 members in July. Straightforward. No need too long, just short and sharp. Then second point they need to share is that the part of generosity that I think I can improve is body, mind, and the speech. Which one? Just one only. Don't need to say body 1, mouth, speech 1, and mind. No need, just choose one. Let's say I think maybe I'm very easy. My mind is going always very easy to jealous. Okay, I know that's my weakness. Okay, just share one. Or I'm not using 4 steps. That's why my action don't using 4 steps. That's why I see my seed is very weak and small. Just share one. So third point is that what is my bad seeds that often that I plant, and I think that will actually be hidden my, you know, endanger my goal to achieve my goal. Okay, or block me to achieve my goal quickly. Which one? Some of them will say jealous, some of them will say late, some of them will say procrastination, some of them will say a 4 step, you know, whichever, I'll let them say it out. Yeah. Then, so in one sentence, very fast one, no need to be too long. And 4 points that you decide how many times a day and how much time you actually given to yourself to do coffee meditation daily. So that is actually want them to commit, because a lot of people learn but they don't commit. But of course, you commit, you don't do it's the same. But I think it's better we can commit. Let them to commit. Yeah, maybe I want to do 3 times per day. Each time is 3 minutes. Then I will set an alarm. Yeah, I will set an alarm. That kind of thing. Then last but not least, we have 3 minutes for the leader to wrap up. Of course, we'll have PPT as well. First, please use the correct 4 steps. You know, practice what they learn. And use the complete 4 steps when you're planting those seeds that actually will achieve your goal. Then reduce the habit of planting the bad seed every day. Then, of course, everyone will have a seed partner. Okay, in every group we will have a seed partner, so they need to help the seed partner sincerely within this 1 month, 30 days, 4 weeks. Then try to use the 3 SOP form to track and help yourself. And of course, very important, we need to reinvest our wisdom. So if those have not attended level 1, 2, 3, then encourage them to go for 1, 2, 3, or level 4, 5, or even CI, you know, city intensive level 4. Don't miss Keisha Michael, city intensive. Yeah. Then they will say, because I'm not digest. If you can more tooth, it's much better for you to practice this system actually. This is this system is not you perfect, then you learn the next level. You know, just like a lot of people say, then when I have money, then I will give. When I have time, then I will do volunteer work. It's a different way. This system is, you don't have that, that's why you need to. And my wisdom set not strong enough, then I need to upgrade my wisdom sets. So don't wait until you fully digest all the manual from head to toes. You can reverse everything left, right, upside down, and say, oh, then I upgrade. There's no way, man. No one can remember everything, right? So don't miss the opportunity. Okay, that is my part of sharing. And anyone have any questions? Anyone have any question on any part? Feel free to raise it up. If not, I will give my time back to Richie or Teacher Eric.
Teacher Sunny.
Yes,
Maybe I go first. So for the coming partner, do we need to split them into group, or it's already been split?
No, you don't need to split it in the group. You need to, I think every group have 4 person, right? I think odd number. Then we try to put same gender together, like, you know,